Welcome back, and thanks for joining me for another watercolor demonstration. I know I did mention in my last video that I wanted to do watercolor of Lancaster. Couldn't think of it then, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and this is more of a bonus video. It's a video that was not it's an extra video on top of my schedule. And you can see I wanted to do a painting using this fountain pen. So I've got a little jar of ink. This is it's actually Jackson's ink, so it's just as good as Winsor & Newton. Obviously, slightly cheaper. So you can get quite a. If you go for Jackson's own brand, it's quite a bit less expensive than some of the more reputable brands. So I'm going in with this dipping pen. I've chosen a nib that's quite, I guess it's quite flexible on the end, so it lets out quite a bit of ink. So you get a nice, strong, bold mark. And for this, as you can see, I'm doing a bowl of fruit. And this sort of reminds me of a painting that we had as a family on the kitchen wall for many, many years. I've grown up with this painting on the wall, and this was actually my granddad's painting. So it's similar to that, and you'll see why as I carry on. I'll explain that as we get more into the video. So I did start with pencil outline, and you can see the amateur video camera skills coming through there. I did actually forget to press record. So all I did was just covered the background. I wanted to do that first, and just using different variations of colour, bits of grey, and then just going for the mud in my palette. Oh, and this is Winsor & Newton actually, this the watercolours that I'm using. So it's professional grade, and I'm just using some of the colours that were left in my palette for the background. So I'm kind of liking the grapes. It's quite therapeutic if you've never painted fruit or any sort of still lives. It's quite nice to paint grapes as I'm doing. You can see just going in with the dark, rich colour, and then leaving a little highlight on the side of the grape. It just makes those grapes pop, gives a little bit of a sense of realism. And I honestly don't know what fruit I'm painting. You can obviously a banana, maybe an apple on the right, and then grapes. But the rest I'm just sort of just guessing. It's not something that I'm looking at. But I was thinking of maybe a mango or something like that on the left-hand side. So you got the nice yellow, bit of green, and then I'll probably pop in some red as the painting develops. So if you are new to this channel, then please do give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you think, and leave us a comment. I really do appreciate all those comments and likes, and it really just helps my channel to grow. It just helps the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, pick up my channel and show it to more people. So I'm sort of relying on that at the moment, just to get out there a bit more. It's quite difficult to market or anything like that, so I'm relying on that. So now this is the part my granddad's painting was a bowl. It was fruit, and then there was some sort of I don't know whether it was wine or some sort of an alcohol bottle and a glass to the side of this, and then just had these nice colours coming down in sort of I don't even know, like in the background there were nice colours coming down. I don't know where that was from, whether there was a backing or anything that was seen at the time. It was actually painted in 1975, I believe. I seem to remember the year on the painting. So I'm just going for a similar sort of look. Again, let me know in the comments what you think. Just adding some interesting colours to the background. I wanted sort of a dark grey on the right, and then I'm just going in and softening the edge up and adding some crimson to that mix. Just going in for colour and just covering the whites of the paper. But that's what I'm doing here. So as for the painting of Lancaster, I've not had a chance to get any pictures developed yet. I did take some pictures while I was there, as I have mentioned. So I still plan on doing that. Like I said, this is more of a bonus video, just an extra to my weekly video. It was quite funny because I wanted to do a painting just to enjoy the painting process and not be too caught up in filming, but I wanted to capture that on film, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a bit strange, but I wanted to do, because this is an extra video, there was no sort of I was more relaxed, and this scene is actually made up, so I'm just painting off my head. So I'm hoping that I capture this in a nice way. So as for materials, I am using, this is Jackson's £140 cold press paper. It's got a nice medium sort of grain to it. And then I'm using, as you can see, this is actually my Isobay mop brush. So it's got a nice end to it. Got a nice brush, so it holds plenty of water, and you can get lots of pigment on the paper, as you can see. And then I'll be using sort of smaller, finer brushes for details. Just wanted to add some blue. I don't know why, I just thought I'd go with this French ultramarine. So again, it's Winsor & Newton. These are professional grade watercolors. So I'm just going in with the thick sort of inky mix of that. I don't know whether I'm very keen on the ultramarine. It's quite, it's very staining. So it does, it is a really strong overpowering colour. So if you are using French ultramarine, Winsor & Newton, I'm not sure whether it's like that for other brands. But I'd be interested to let me know if it is, if you do find French ultramarine quite strong, quite staining, quite ink-like. Let me know in the comments what you think, which French ultramarine you do use. Usually I do have cerulean blue, which is quite nice for skies, things like that. But for this, I wasn't too fussed because it is a still life, and this is more like a tabletop or some sort of surface. And then I'm just blending in colours as I come down. If you are familiar with my channel by now, I'd be interested to know what you think of this sort of painting. I know it's completely different. I do usually like to paint landscapes, as you know, buildings, townscapes, that sort of thing. So I'd be just interested to know in the comments what you think of this sort of painting, still life. Using the dip pen as well, that's something that I don't normally do. Again, it was just something I wanted to do, something just for a change, just see what you think of this sort of painting. So let me know in the comments, is it something you want to see more of? I certainly enjoyed it. It reminds me of being at school. Probably the only subject that I enjoyed at school was art, and I enjoyed going in and doing the sort of the still lives, things like the display that we had, and the fact that everyone had a different view from different sides of the room, tables going around the display. So it takes me back quite a bit. It reminds me of being in school doing the still lives. I really did enjoy doing that at school. So let me know what you think. Maybe I could do some sort of still lives. It's certainly something that I would like to maybe do some more of, just objects, things like that. So yeah, just let me know what you think, and I would like to do some more of this. I hope everyone especially here in the UK, have had a nice couple of bank holidays weekends. It's been certainly nice for us, but obviously spending the first bank holiday weekend, or the day at least, in Lancaster. And then we had this bank holiday weekend just gone. We spent Sunday on the beach in Blackpool, or on the front. We didn't really go. My son went on the sand in a bit of water as the tide went out. But we had some really nice weather, and it's really nice to get out when we have the sunshine. Those days when it is nice, it certainly is nice to get somewhere a bit different. So I hope you've had a nice couple of bank holidays. And again, we've got another one coming up. So I don't know where we're going to be planning to go for that. But we do like to get out as a family. We do like to go to different places, and do like to take pictures and do some painting from reference, of course. So just going in now, there's really not much left to this painting. I have added some more stronger dark blue on the bottom of the painting. As you can see, it is quite a strong colour, but I just thought it needed some weight at the bottom, something solid looking, and so that's why I've gone in with another glaze for that. So yeah, fingers crossed. I'm going to have a look at the pictures that I've got of Lancaster, and I'm sure there's something I can try to paint for my next video. Like I said, this is just a one-off, just an extra video in my schedule. and it certainly is nice having those, having the bank holiday, just to get a bit more time as well, because time's quite difficult to paint. I would like to paint every day, but obviously with work and family commitments, it's not always that straightforward. So I do just do weekends. So just removing the masking tape now, you can see it really is a nice, gives a nice look. And it doesn't matter how bad the painting is, when you have a nice clean crisp border like this, you can see it just makes the painting look so much better, and it makes you realize what it'll look like, or it gives you an insight on what this would look like framed up. So if you did have a mount, you can place a mount on it to get the same sort of look, and it does look, they do look so much nicer, sort of cropped and framed. So maybe that's something you can try in your painting. Just get some decorator's masking tape, put the tape around the edges, and then it gives you this nice sort of finish to the painting. So there we have it. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.